Andy Reid has guts. Get to that in a second, but first, if you ever want to watch a horror movie and can't decide which one, just roll the tape of Patrick Mahomes trying to get up after getting rocked by two Browns defenders. It was awful. Fortunately, after the game, Andy Reid, I can't call him Andy or Reid, it's Andy Reid, said that Mahomes passed all of the deals he had to pass. Now, I'm not sure that the technical term for the NFL's concussion protocol is deals, but A, I'm not a doctor, and B, Andy Reid can say whatever he wants because he's the bravest man in the world. We can't overlook the importance of offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy here, who is a football genius. And if an NFL team doesn't hire him as a head coach this offseason, everybody's an idiot. Kansas City was up by only 5 points in the fourth quarter against the Browns with only a few minutes left in the game, and Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, they go for it with backup quarterback Chad Henne. Henne had recently thrown an interception. And yet, Henne sprang into action, threw the ball to Tyreek Hill. Hill took it over the line, slid onto his butt, and the Chiefs are on their way to their third AFC championship in 3 years. Going for it has been a hot topic among football nerds for years and is especially relevant during these NFL playoffs. Last weekend, the Colts went for 2 instead of kicking, didn't get it, and ended up losing to the Bills by a field goal. Then, the next day, Mike Vrabel punted on 4th and 2 from his own 46 and the Titans lost. Later that night, the Steelers punted on 4th and 1. They lost too. It was a damned if you do, damned if you don't weekend, and Andy Reid was like, you know what? I'm not going to be damned at all. He went for glory. He trusted his backup quarterback to do what needed to be done. Even though the completion probability of the 5-yard pass to Hill was 88%, there was something kind of moving about Andy Reid's decision. Having faith in your team goes a long way, and as we saw recently, not all coaches do. One decision in one game like that can make all the difference in your team's confidence going forward. It all comes down to what tight end Travis Kelce said about Andy Reid. He puts his players in positions to succeed, and he lets his assistant coaches do what they're best at too. That's a hallmark of a great leader, to know your people's strengths so well that you know exactly what they need to do and exactly what not to ask them to do. So much dysfunction in teams and organizations comes because leaders, coaches, GMs, maybe even your boss at your marketing firm, don't know how to put the pieces in place. Machiavelli said it's better to be feared than loved, but I think Machiavelli was an idiot and a liar. It might seem like I've gone off on a business school tangent in a video about one play on a football field, but that one play is a microcosm of what works. Andy Reid put Henne in a position to succeed, didn't doubt that Henne would, and then Henne did. And Henne cemented himself in Kansas City lore with that play. Or should I say, Andy Reid cemented him. The way he helped cement Patrick Mahomes and the Lombardi Trophy, all while wearing Hawaiian shirts. You don't even need business casual. Now we'll see if he can put his guys in a position to do it again.